Parag Khanna, The Future is Asian. In the book, The Future is Asian, author Parag Khanna provides an in-depth analysis of the rapid growth and increasing interconnectedness of Asian countries. As intra-regional trade and investment surge, Asia is transitioning from dependence on Western nations to mutual reliance within the continent. With various Asian countries adopting a unique blend of neo-mercantilist policies and embedding technology into their economic development, this book highlights the innovative strategies being implemented and the impact they have on global relations. Delve into this summary to better understand the challenges and opportunities that arise from the continued ascendance of Asia, and its diverse, pragmatic, and technocratic approaches shaping the world economy.
Rising intra-regional trade in Asia. Intra-regional trade among Asian countries has been increasing, surpassing the previous pattern of Western countries outsourcing their manufacturing to Asia. This shift insulates Asia from external shocks, and countries in the region now depend more on each other. China, Japan, and South Korea are investing in developing Asian countries, while the volume of Chinese investment in the United States has decreased. Additionally, energy producers in the Middle East, Central Asian ex-Soviet countries, and Russia are looking to Asia for sales. As the region becomes more cohesive, Western sanctions against countries like Russia and Iran are becoming less potent, and China has become Russia's largest trade partner. Asian economies and policies. Asian countries have varying economies and policies, but a few generalizations are still relevant. Post-World War II Japan and the Four Tigers of Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and South Korea succeeded with an export-led growth approach, subsidies, and special development zones. China has carried on this approach, but with more government involvement in commerce. The wider Asian pattern involves milder policies and limited government involvement in areas such as infrastructure. Asian countries are positive about globalization but not about completely free trade. Unlike the West's tradition of separating government and business, Asia accepts subsidies and state direction. Family-run businesses are more common in Asia than publicly traded corporations in the West. The United States is Asia's biggest customer and competitor, but China's economic policies clash with Western norms. Asian economics goals. In contrast to Western economists' beliefs regarding free markets, Asians consider markets subordinate to economic goals and societal well-being. Many Asian countries are enacting reforms but aren't following complete free market policies. Instead, they look to each other for examples. For instance, Doha wants to be a world business hub like Dubai, India is creating special economic zones like China, and Pakistan aims to be a tech hub like India. Asian propensity, order over democracy. The Western democracy model, with its emphasis on constitutional government, separation of powers, and liberal democracy, was once predicted to become the norm in Asian countries. However, experts note a distinct Asian tendency to prioritize order and strong government over democratic accountability. Asians accept technocratic governance that delivers economic progress, law and order, and responds to public concerns, rather than pushing for greater democratic power. Their no-nonsense pragmatism and fear of societal disorder have lessened the appeal of Western standards, which have been further reduced in the wake of the recent global financial crisis and political populism. Thus, while Asian economic policies have significantly reshaped the U.S. industry, American leaders have failed to fully appreciate the dynamic feedback loops between the U.S. and Asian economic systems. Asian leaders' technocratic approach. Asian leaders are increasingly turning towards a technocratic approach to governance, with Singapore as a model. Singapore's success is built on a competent technocratic government, performance-focused feedback mechanisms, and a mix of democracy. Despite contradictions like unfettered free trade policies alongside government management of half the economy, Singapore's highly paid civil service and its leaders elected for ability are contributing to its success. Other countries like India, Indonesia, and the Philippines have also embraced technocratic policies, achieving real change and consolidating technocratic improvements to their civil service and economic management. The present wave of increased foreign investment and trade in Asia is reinforcing the need for practical and efficient policies, inspiring leaders to prioritize results over electoral popularity. China's economic influence in Asia. China's Belt and Road Initiative is causing many Asian countries to show positive economic growth. Despite being only a third of Asia's population, China's deep pockets from outsourced manufacturing makes it the prime mover in Asia's economic development. Unlike the West, China is more focused on mutual and effective economic relationships rather than political conditions. Pakistan, for example, has been motivated to maintain economic discipline due to China's trade, investment, and infrastructure projects. China's economic influence has also inspired other countries like India, Japan, Turkey, and South Korea to contribute to building Asian connectivity. Even African economies have been transformed by the 2,000% increase in trade between Africa and Asia from 2002 to 2012, with China paying for commodities by building infrastructure. China's economic push is opening up opportunities for other countries to benefit from Asian trade and investment links. Western firms' opportunity in Asia. Despite China's government regulations favoring domestic suppliers, Western firms can capitalize on Asia's next growth wave in more open and democratic economies. However, China's debt bubble and demographics are deterring some Western investors. As a result, Southeast Asia is now receiving more investment than China, and India is increasingly attractive. The multidirectional hedging in Asia. The Asia region is engaged in a multidirectional hedging strategy to neutralize the moves of their opponents and counterbalance the power among nations. China is seeking mutually beneficial and stable economic relationships, becoming one anchor in a multipolar region. Hence, the present relations of Asian countries with each other are like a martial art of jiu-jitsu, where fighters carefully weigh and neutralize or counter their opponents' moves. This strategy helps overcome historic rivalries and tensions while producing unlikely alliances to connect Asia together. As Asian countries assert their interests, they prevent disputes from escalating and risking their economic gains, leading to success. Total Asian military spending is rising to nearly match US levels, and the region has gained independence from past colonial masters and Cold War superpowers. The smaller countries in the region are vigilant, counterbalancing any signs of a nation gaining too much power over them. The rise of Asia. The West's technological lead is in its final phase, and Asia is rising to the forefront with their rapid adoption of innovative technology, including biometric ID cards, blockchain, mobile phones, and digital currencies. With a preference for utilitarian and problem-solving technocratic governments, Asian approaches are gaining global recognition. In 2017, Asia surpassed the United States in tech startup investments, and Silicon Valley represents only 17% of global venture capital spending. With a population 12 times that of the United States, Asia's influence will continue to thrive and shape the future.
As Asia's economic cohesion and technological prowess grow, Parag Khanna's The Future is Asian offers valuable insights into how the region's distinct strategies are transforming the world. By embracing a neo-mercantilist approach, prioritizing order and strong government, and demonstrating a flair for technocracy, Asia is increasingly challenging the dominance of Western norms. In addition, as the region develops, its interconnected nature leads to increased intra-regional trade, diminishing reliance on Western support and deepening Asian influence. The rapid adoption of new technological solutions and innovative practices illustrates the ability of Asian countries to not just keep pace with, but in some instances outstrip, the West, a trend that will continue to reshape global economic dynamics.